What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And I want to speak on a recent statement that Kenny Smith made about LeBron James. And this is a statement that I really, um, I really agree with him as far as LeBron James not even being in the top 10 as far as greatest of all time. So I want to look at this. It says, okay, and this is a statement that Kenny Smith made on TNT, right? And he says that LeBron is only in the top 10 because of stats and the records. Let me see. You can't deny his numbers. If you take away his numbers, both ends, LeBron doesn't even crack my top 10. That's what Kenny Smith said when he was on TNT, right? And so I agree with that, right? Like when you think about um, LeBron James now having a scoring record, and that, in my opinion, is basically due to his longevity. He been in the league, for all these years, for much longer than most of the other greats like Michael Jordan and Kobe. Then of course he's gonna have, or even be close to having a scoring record, right? So that's the only reason why LeBron James is got that scoring record is because of his longevity. That's more of a longevity type achievement than it is, than it is him having, just because LeBron James early on in his career wasn't known for scoring. He was supposed to be a pass first type, player. And so I appreciate the fact that Kenny Smith just came, that he's being honest about it. And in my opinion, this is just more proof that LeBron is not the GOAT. It's new proof because, I never really heard anybody else say that, if you take away the stats and everything, that LeBron James wouldn't even crack their 10, and so now you have people who are coming forth and just being honest about what they, who they really think that the GOAT is. And the fact that Mike Jordan didn't have to come forward and defend himself or participate in all this nonsense, I think is I think it's good. It makes Mike look, makes Mike look good. Although Mike probably is not even concerned with who is the GOAT. Mike been moved on. I don't even think Mike really, unless somebody asks him who he think the GOAT is, I don't even think Mike really even think about, the GOAT. Mike can just rest on the fact that as far as championships goes, nobody beat him. Mike work just speak for itself. Mike don't have to talk, man. Mike, his work just speak for itself. You got this guy Mike who was 6-0 in championships. Then you got LeBron who is 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 he lost, so he's 4-6 in championship series, and so that's 40% compared to 100%. The math don't add up. And like I said, with Kenny Smith coming forward, this is just more proof, new proof that LeBron James is not the GOAT. And so I'm wondering though, who Kenny Smith, like, who is Kenny Smith top 10 then if LeBron is not in the top 10? That's a strong statement. And I just want to say I would even put Steph Curry, in my opinion, as and I'm gonna do a video on it. I would put Steph Curry ahead of LeBron because Steph Curry has, he got a lot going for him, and his work speaks for itself. He has 4 championships. Now I'm gonna go look up like how many did they lose, but I know he didn't lose 6. He got 4 championships during the LeBron era. And nobody get no 4 championships during the Jordan era. When Mike was doing his thing, the most I think was what's the guy from Houston Rockets? They got 2. I can credit them with 2 championships during the Jordan era. But Nobody get no 4 championships with you know, when Mike was doing his thing. As a matter of fact, a lot of really, you know, a lot of ballers didn't get championships because of Michael Jordan. Charles Barkley didn't get a championship because of Michael Jordan. Patrick Ewing didn't get a championship because of Michael Jordan. Let me see. Reggie Miller, Karl Malone. You know, you got some excellent ball players who did not get a championship because of Michael Jordan. Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, you know, they didn't get championships. Let me see. I think Danny Ainge did get. I think he got championships when he was in Boston, but I know Dan Marley didn't get any. You know, so it was a lot of guys that didn't eat because of Michael Jordan, and LeBron James ain't stopped nobody from. He didn't stop nobody from getting championships. You know, he didn't. Tim Duncan got championships. Dirk Nowitzki got a championship while he played. Who else, man? He didn't stop nobody. Steph Curry got championships. Steph Curry got 4 during the LeBron James era. Kobe got his championships during the LeBron James era. And so, you know, how, you know, I like I said, I'm anxious. I'm curious. I would love to see who Kenny Smith got in his top 10. You know, I'm gonna probably try to do some research just to see who Kenny Smith got in his top 10. But if he say that LeBron is not in there, I mean, that's in my opinion, he's like the first person I've heard come up with an honest answer like that. Like, you know, like this guy, you know, don't even crack his top 10. And so, yeah, that's a heavy statement coming from Kenny Smith. But I mean, that's how he feel. And like I said, I agree that LeBron James probably ain't in the top 10. I wouldn't put him ahead of Magic, Bird, Kobe, Mike. Wow, it's a lot of people, man. I don't like Karl Malone. Would I put him ahead of Karl Malone? I wouldn't put him ahead of Karl Malone. Man, it's a lot of people, man. Isaiah, I definitely couldn't put him ahead of Isaiah. You know. What about Dr. J? Could I put him ahead of Doc? Man, it's a lot of people that I would put ahead of LeBron James. He really, to me, he just wasn't for, you know, to be a GOAT, or he just really, in my opinion, really wasn't all that dominant, you know. I'm gonna do another video about dynasties because he don't even have a dynasty. You know, Steph Curry is closer to having a dynasty. Kobe Bryant, they were closer to having a dynasty when they played for the Lakers. Tim Duncan, they had dynasty. Chicago Bulls had dynasty. LeBron won 2 rings with with Miami, and then he won no dynasty. He never been a part of a dynasty. Yeah, man. I appreciate the fact that Kenny Smith just came out and said, this guy, man, if it wasn't for the stats, he wouldn't even be in the top, he wouldn't be in his top 10, or he wouldn't crack the top 10. So, yeah, I can appreciate his honesty. I agree with him. That's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.